and welcome back to another Tales of Tribute commentary. My opponent goes hunting first, and I start with Alessia, of course, and I feel like playing Sijic today, so that's what I choose, and my opponent goes Alessia last. Opponent goes first, so he has a good card as well. I start to pick up Conquest. That's definitely the best card in the pack there. Lots of power, small 3 power, +1 on combo. So I would say he's pretty favored at this moment. I have a choice here. I can pick up Time Mastery and use the bank, or I could use Battle Meditation and then use the Ansei power and then pick up Time Mastery after that, which I think is actually the better move. I should have picked up Battle Meditation because it's not like my opponent is generating power for his next draw, which means I get to use the Ansei power. Get the Ansei power on my side, which would give me +1 goal, which would allow me to afford the Sijic Relic Master. Right now I only have 5, but my opponent uses Ansei back, and that's bad for me, but he then orders away the Sijic Relic Master, which I'm fine with because I would have taken the Scrangler if I were my opponent for sure. That is definitely the best card in the pack. And here I am sort of debating whether I should kill the Alessia and Rebel or not, because I think it's not actually doing anything for my opponent, and this was a mistake. I should have killed it, because +1 prestige is not worth having this on the field. It's basically a curse if you draw it at the moment, so I want to shuffle curses into his deck. So yeah, that's a mistake. In the future I will definitely kill the Alessia and Rebel if I have extra power. He picks up the Mournhold Clergy, which is another card that doesn't actually do anything right now. The tavern is pretty empty right now, and then he barters away and reveals another Scrying Globe, which I am more than happy to pick up. We should kill these 2 agents anyway, just on the principle that it could be dangerous in the future. There's like so many agent killing things here. We've got Ambush, the Black Sacrament, Alessia is in the game. Alessia is in the game, so there's a lot of anti-agent cards in Alessia. Yeah, we can throw away all these bad cards and let's pick up a good card. Not sure about that Scrying Globe. I would have probably picked up Priestess of the 8. That's the donate is quite strong, and it's an agent, which means that you need some power to kill it. Now, my opponent is actually still favored right now in the sense that he has more power generation than me, which means he can kill agents. I actually struggle to kill agents at the moment. It's just that the tavern was so full of anti-agent cards that it made it possible to kill the agents. So that's just how it is. Opponent reveals a Conquest, which I am more than happy to pick up. Now I actually have my own. This allows me to actually get my own power generation. So let's do that. I was considering using Saint Alessia power, but I don't want my opponent to pick up the Conquest. There's no way I want my opponent to pick up that Conquest. Because of Sijic, we have stacked our deck quite nicely. We threw away all the 1 gold coins. Now we have 9 gold available next turn. There's something good to buy, unfortunately, but we still have 9 gold available this turn. So, but let's see what my opponent gets. Priestess is probably the best card here. Shahai, draw, refresh, or acquire 5 cost card from Tavern. Not that impressive. Buys Imprisonment and doesn't do anything. Leaves my agent alive. That's probably not a very good option. Parallel White Streak. Don't think it's very good at the moment. So yeah, I think donating is reasonable. And we got a couple of Alessia cards for more donate power, which is also fine. I think that's acceptable. Reveal a Warrior Wave, unfortunately, which I really do want to pick up. It's a very good card. Warrior Wave. It's either 3 power, 3 coin. That's pretty much cheap and powerful. We have a lot of toss, a lot of donate in our deck right now, so what we really need is a way to win. So we need to pick up power cards, and the power cards are coming from Ansei. The other decks are not so good as power generation compared to the Ansei deck. So yeah, opponent uses the Ansei power, which is fine, picks up, which allows him to afford that. So now he has 2 power generating cards in his deck. I used the Ansei power back. I'm not sure I checked or not. Mother's Mercy, useful in a bigger deck. I'm not. Oh, I did check. Okay, so my opponent. I probably knew at that point, but my opponent wouldn't be able to use the Ansei power back on me. So this is like the 1 turn I get an extra coin, and he doesn't have quite enough power to do anything. Okay. I mean, my opponent reveals Ansei Assault, and I have 10 coin available right now, so that's pretty much exactly what I want. This is my win condition, Ansei Assault, so let's just go for that. Yeah, we're gonna keep those. Buy the Ansei Assault, and now at this stage, my opponent is a bit ahead of me in prestige because he bought the imprisonment early on, but imprisonment doesn't actually do anything. Like it didn't actually, it's not doing anything for him now. It doesn't make his deck better. So at this stage, I have a lot of toss, a lot of Alessia donate cards. I can just go and try to essentially get. See, now I'm tossing with my 2 gold coins because I don't need those anymore. What I want to do is I want to win with the big money Anse cards. We do have Mother's Mercy here, which is nice because we can buy something, then Mother's Mercy it back, then use it. Let's not donate, want to draw a card with that. No, we don't want to donate. Oh, yeah, we use it, we donate, we draw an extra card. Drawing. Lots of draw. Unfortunately, should I have bought Lesson of I Am? Not sure. We pick up the Black Sacrament. As you can see, the Anse Assault was at the very bottom of my deck. A bit unlucky, I would say. But we did quite legitimately cycle through my whole deck in one turn. So we can get 1 Anse Assault every turn. That's more than acceptable. Plus whatever other power cards we pick up. Like here's N. Great power card. I do not... The Time Mastery unfortunately does not... Time Mastery unfortunately does not work here. So I gotta use my Anse Assault to pick up the Hero's End. It's sad. Saint's Wrath kills all agents or returns 3 cards to the top. I pick it up, but I'm not sure it's so great in this deck. I mean, you could argue that it's better in a bigger deck because there's a slightly higher chance that when you draw it, all your big cards you've used all your big cards, you can get all your big cards back again. But these kind of effects are kind of like the return to the top of the deck effects are kind of underwhelming in my opinion. My opponent picks up Helen. White Strake. That's whatever. Let's start donating. Let's start donating things. Get rid of all these bad cards and start heading towards our... Oh, I think we do have some things in our graveyard that are good. So let's get Anse Assault back. Play it again. Play. Now we're generating lots and lots of power. So my deck is running very well. So at this stage, I'd say we were very favored, which is fine. We're just gonna use Time Mastery, toss all the bad cards, get a Hero's End. We have a very good deck running at the moment. Yeah, I was debating whether to use the Psijic Power to kill it or not. I mean, using Psijic Power to kill that agent was also perfectly reasonable. It also brings us closer to Patron Victory, which is also it's always a good thing to consider, because when you try to get closer to Patron Victory, it does constrain your opponent's choices somewhat. However small that may be. Yeah, I don't think Saint's Wrath was a good pick in this deck. It is good in some situations, but especially when you're facing down a lot of agents from your opponent. But in this particular scenario, not too convinced. Right now in the tavern, there's nothing really that great for my opponent. He does get a good philanthropy turn off with Alessia though, so that's quite impressive. But I think he doesn't have that much Alessia and donate cards in his deck. So, and he reveals Dreaming Cave, which I'm more than happy to pick up. Yeah, that one is just one more thing that gives me more good power stuff. Unfortunately, this is a mistake. I should have played the Rid of Coin first, buy the Dreaming Cave, and then shuffled my deck. Because then, not the Dreaming Cave is at the bottom of my deck. If I did it the other way, the Dreaming Cave could have been in my deck and I would have drawn it faster. You get lucky with the Alessia thing and get rid of his donate the philanthropy card, so that, so we can screw with him a little bit. That's fine. Saint's Wrath actually is okay here. We can get to draw a Dreaming Cave again, so that's reasonable. Plus we get a very big power turn coming up now. Looking to pick up the Imprisonment if possible as well, just to rush a bit closer to victory. So let's just Anse power. Let's return all the good cards, which is I think just Dreaming Cave and Hero's End, plus the Mother's Mercy, which allows us to possibly play something else. Although I don't think Mother's Mercy actually. This is a mistake. I shouldn't have used the Anse power. We're trying to win. Like at late stage of the game, Anse power is not very good actually. Although in a sense, it makes my opponent like close to Patron. Makes me closer to Patron Victory, so my opponent cannot play any agents unless he also uses a power, which is something to be interested about. Because my opponent does have some agents. He did buy 2 agents. He has the White Streak and the standard Alessian agent, so something to consider. I mean, regardless, we are pretty far ahead, no matter how you look at it. Like we got going to cycle through our deck even more. got Mother's Mercy to bring things back. My opponent is cycling through his deck, but he doesn't have the Philanthropy, which is the most important part. Because if you're donating, you want to get a effect from donating. Now, he does imprison my good cards under that agent, but I have power to kill his agents at this stage. This game could have gone differently if I didn't pick up power cards. If you don't pick up power cards or anti-agent cards, it becomes quite difficult to deal with these guys. But we got Hero's End, so that's okay. Let's gain 4 power, unlock the Temple Arbiter. Yeah, I mean that's probably what we're gonna do. Unlock the Temple Arbiter. Got it. Actually, we can use the Sijic agent to kill that too. Just extra gold. Bring back Alessia. We don't want to donate any of these cards. Just a Grieving Cave to have a nice stack our deck a little bit more. And we are actually a 1 power short. If I didn't use that Alessia power earlier, then we would have won. But that's all right. We are actually close to patron victory at this stage because we are still one away from patron victory, so that's fine. And my opponent doesn't really have a way to win at this point because yeah, he's not going to generate enough power, and we're gonna win either with power or patron victory, no matter what. Kills my agent. Now he's kind of stuck, and yeah, that's pretty much the game. Time Mastery. I mean, I'm just playing with my deck a bit, but there's really no point. I could just immediately go for patron victory at this point. But it's always very tempting to just try to stack your deck as much as possible to try to make things as good or as to make sure your opponent can't come back, but it's quite pointless anyway. So yeah, patron victory. Yeah, nice game. Basically, this game, I didn't really use Alessia very much. The way I won this game was with Sijic plus a little bit of donate from Alessia and a little bit, very tiny bit of Alessia, but mostly it's a tossing and donating until you get to your good answer cards. Maybe not the best showcase of the Alessia deck, but still quite fun. Anyway, thanks for watching.